Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm pleased to introduce myself. My name is Ihsana Sabriani Borualogo. I'm a lecturer at the Faculty of Psychology, Universitas Islam Bandung. Today I'm going to present a paper in this International Social and Humanities Research Symposium that is held by Lembaga Penelitian dan Pengabdian Masyarakat Universitas Islam Bandung in November 2020. This presentation entitled Bullying from Perspectives of Perpetrator. This study has been conducted by myself and two colleagues, Hedi Wahyudi and Sulisworo Kusdiati. Data collection has been done by college students of the Faculty of Psychology, Universitas Islam Bandung. This study was funded by Lembaga Penelitian dan Pengabdian Masyarakat Universitas Islam Bandung through Penelitian Dosen Utama Scheme in the academic year 2019-2020. Bullying cases in Indonesia are quite high. The Global School-Based Health Survey in 2015 reported that 32% of Indonesian students aged 13 to 17 have experienced physical violence. 20% of them have been bullied at school. Trend in Mathematics and Science Study in 2011 reported that 55% of Indonesian children aged 11 to 15 have been bullied at school. And the National Child Protection Commissions of Indonesia received 26,000 child protection cases during the period 2011 to 2017, and 34% of these cases involved bullying. The newest report in 2019 stated that during the period January to April 2019, the majority of child protection cases in Indonesia are still involved bullying. School bullying has been defined not only as when students harm, abuse, or continually disturb others at school, but also as the experience of being subjected to violent behavior by other children at school. Respectively, those two definitions of school bullying refer to the perpetrator's point of view and the victim's point of view. Bullying is characterized by three criteria: aggressive behavior that occurs repeatedly over time amid a power imbalance between the perpetrator and victim. There are three types of bullying: physical bullying, verbal bullying, and psychological bullying. Bullying studies in Indonesia from perspectives of perpetrators are still limited. In fact, Zhang et al. Reported that nearly 35% of students aged 12 to 18 reported being perpetrators. Therefore, this current study focused on bullying from perspectives of perpetrator to get a better understanding about bullying, and this will be valuable for inputs to prevent bullying in the future. To obtain a representative sample of elementary and junior high school students in Bandung City, this current study used stratified cluster random sampling. There were 11 elementary schools and 10 junior high schools chosen randomly and agreed to participate in this study. Students in the sample were classified with reference to bullying perpetration that they reported on the questionnaire. Therefore, students who bullied other students 2 or more times in the last month in any of three categories of bullying, which is physical, verbal, and psychological, were considered perpetrators. Participants were elementary students from grade 4, 5, and 6, and junior high school students from grade 7, 8, and 9. The Ethical Committee approved this study to conduct a research project with students involving in bullying. The research team also received permission from the Department of Education and Culture at the district level in Bandung City. Parents' written consent was obtained as a requirement for students to participate in the study. Students were also informed that their data would be treated confidentially and they were free to answer or not answer any questions. There were two instruments here used in this study. 10 items measure frequency of engaging in bullying behavior were adapted from Cole et al. And translated into Indonesian. 11 items measure the reasons of bullying perpetration that developed by this research team. Students were asked what made them bully others. Data were analyzed using descriptive statistics. Cross-tabulation and frequencies were calculated with SPSS version 23 in order to provide an overview of bullying from perspectives of perpetrators by gender and grade using perpetrators items and reasons for bullying others items. Results showed that 41.5% of the perpetrators are girls and 58.5% of them are boys. These results are in line with studies reported that boys engage more frequent in bullying compared to girls. In the perspective of gender differences, boys involved in bullying because they tend to use violence as self-defense. Results also demonstrated that number of perpetrators who are junior high school students are higher compared to number of perpetrators who are elementary school students. These results are in line with a meta-analysis study that revealed a higher chance for students being perpetrators as they get older. In this current study, boys reported their involvement in physical bullying are more frequent compared to frequency of girls' involvement in physical bullying. These results are in line with a meta-analysis study that has been conducted by Smith et al. In 2018. Verbal bullying is the most frequent incidence both between gender and grade. From the perspectives of victims, these results are in line with percentage of bullying incidents in children in West Java. Several studies also demonstrated that verbal bullying is a very common type that parents and teachers most likely are not aware of and thought it was only for fun among students. Although boys and girls reported physical aggression only once, however, these high percentages of single incident shall take into account. Even though one incident does not consider as bullying according to Rigby and Smith and Falk et al., however, single physical bullying can lead to repeated incidents. Crapanzano et al. Also found that perpetration was highly related to repeated perpetration 7 months later. Other study also revealed that perpetrators in elementary school remain perpetrators in junior high schools. Therefore, parents and teachers should take these single incidents into account seriously to prevent repeated actions. Students who have been bullied once shall get proper help to assist their mental health to prevent them being perpetrators again in the future. Several previous studies have demonstrated that students' involvement in bullying do not simply a perpetrator or a victim. Mishna et al. Revealed that nearly 25% of students reported being a perpetrator and a victim. These studies are in line with results in this study, where perpetrators reported that 39.3% of them have been bullied once. Using classic theory of social learning from Bandura, individuals' behaviors are shaped over time based on what is modeled for them and how these behaviors are rewarded or punished. Students who have been bullied taking a social learning process on what happened to them and to others. They are more likely to bully others to prevent themselves being bullied again by others. Perpetrators reported the reasons they do not like the victims that make them bully other students. As many as 35.2% of perpetrators stated that they do not like the victims because the victims disturb them and being annoyed. Although these reasons could not be accepted for reasoning to bully others, however, this reason shall take into account that bullying happens because both parties contributed to the incidents. To conclude this study, boys reported more frequent engaged in bullying compared to girls. Boys also reported that they physically bully others more frequent than girls. Junior high school students reported their involvement as perpetrators are more frequent compared to elementary school students. Verbal bullying is the most frequent bullying type that has been done by perpetrators. Parents and teachers need to change the way they perceive these incidents as bullying, not as teasing for fun among students to prevent the escalating serious incidents. Future study shall focus on elaborating deeper in the psychological factors predicting perpetration. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.